We're here at Ucluelet Secondary School for our 4th annual exhibit to commemorate the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. So we have a 3-avenue approach: truth, honor, and the way forward. So we have our Socials 9 class who did some research on the history of residential schools for our truth aspect. Our honoring part, we had our Art 9 class design and screen print their own orange shirts.
We're making orange shirts, and we're gonna sell them and put them on display and everything, and write a little story on why we did it. I've been learning it since day one I've gotten into school, so the fact that not a lot of other classes around the world, I guess, aren't learning about it, it was very surprising to me. I think they should be learning about it because, it's a part of our history. It's just I hope they go in and they're like, wow, I can't believe these kids spent so much time on this beautiful artwork.
We use the Art 9 class as the group that does the learning for this, as it's a softer intro to our reconciliation unit. Students have been really proud and given shirts to their family, gone home and talked about family, to family about designs. So it is a very powerful unit. And when we've given shirts to community members, there have at times been tears or a lot of gratitude expressed for what we're doing and having the shirt gifted to them at times. So they've really dove in and thought about it and expressed some really powerful messages, which is amazing. It's so important, and so important that we do it properly.
And then we had our English language arts class create poems based on the survivors' stories online, which is their personal stories of their experience at residential schools. And then we had our English First Peoples 12 class research the 94 calls to action.
This year the students have explored the context of why the calls to action exist. So we've been looking at residential schools, mostly through doing some interactive workshops with some people from the local nations and some guest speakers, as well as giving some students some time just to explore on their own. And we've been having the pleasure of working with different guest speakers and knowledge holders from the Ucluelet, Clayoquot, and Tofino nations as we explore reconciliation throughout our school. When the exhibition is open to public and people can just kind of walk by and take in the different calls and to learn themselves.
I don't think a lot of schools get the opportunity to work as closely with truth and reconciliation, and it's great knowing that the information we collect and focus and work on also gets to be shared with others. I'm really glad to help contribute, and working with the exhibit is, it's a lot emotionally. I'm Indigenous, so there's a weight to it. Exploring these ideas and focusing on the past, I feel helps us to be more considerate and also to do better in the future and to also help inform others.
People think that it's in our past, but we're currently still living through it because of the intergenerational trauma, as well as the survivors who went to residential schools are still our co-workers, our neighbors, our friends, our family. So it really did impact this area a lot. We're working through the healing process through it.
It started off just with 3 teachers, and it has expanded to basically most of the school is now looking at different ways to approach truth and reconciliation. Students see how important this is. The conversation is just filled with empathy and compassion, and that seeps into the interactions with the students. While the students are exploring such difficult information, it brings the classroom together.